Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M53, M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Mines and it's under the command of Steel Mike. Well, he's got the long barrel, which means he's got the 155mm gun, and this is an M53. And the barrel's dropped, so I'm not sure if Mike's loaded in yet. Well, the 155mm gun can do 700 alpha, penetrating 39mm of armor, and it's got a burst radius of 7.6 meters. And the hull that this Arty is built on is the M47, which is the pattern tank. They actually took the hulls directly off the production line and converted them into Arty straight away. And well, he's got a number of targets on the center line already, including a Progetto, a Conqueror, and an E50. This is a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks and tier 8 tanks in it. He's got a nice hit there already on the Conqueror. Only 70 hit points from the actual shot. It was a Super Conqueror actually. And got some stun assist immediately afterwards. But from this position, it's a bit difficult because he's hampered by that central rock. He's loaded again, rounds out on the Super Conk, and a much better hit this time. 166 hit points off that shot. Now, some enemy have been spotted to the south, and I think Steel Mike's trying to get into a position so we can actually engage them. Yeah, there's a large number of them down there, and I think he's trying to help his teammates get some shots on those guys. We just lost the tank down there, the Progetto. We're aiming for the enemy who are coming around the corner. Oh, big hit! But unfortunately, we lost the Object 430. It was a big hit there that hit the Centurion. Or actually, it hit a T-44 as well as the Centurion Action 10. But we've lost sight of those guys because they're moving north. And he's now aiming for a Skoda. Just waiting for the load to complete. Fires around where he thinks it is. Oh! He killed the Skoda and he just got nudged by a Batchat 12 ton. Who I think is trying to tell him to move. Get the hell out of there because enemy tanks are headed north. Well, actually, they're not headed north. They haven't moved away from that firing position just yet. And so he's now trying to get shots on them. Okay, dialing in. Steel Mike likes watching from quite a long range away, as you can see. He doesn't like watching close. We do. We like doing that. Yes, watching very close to see what the target's doing, what the barrel's doing, who he's looking at, what he might be doing next. Mike's waiting for the reload to go in. He's almost ready. I'm taking the close view myself so we can see what actually happens. Okay, he's aiming. Rounds out. That looks perfect. Yeah, direct hit. 228. Medium tanks do not like Arty shells, and that shell hit him right on the nose. You can see on the upper plate there was a mark where the shell impacted. The kill actually went to the AE phase 2, but he picked up the stun assist, so he's got to 769 hit points of damage already, just relocating to a new firing position, and he's found one. And there's a Progetto the other side of the hill on that corner. There he is. Can hear close view. There you go. Fires around at him. Gets a direct hit. 237. Nice strike. Lightly armored. Medium. Okay, Mike's going over to the South Island again because there's a T-54 lightweight. Changed his mind. No, he's going to relocate. Now, a lot of players will actually play through their M53 and then quickly get the 8-inch gun that's found on the M55 because it does a lot more damage even though it's got a longer reload. But the wise Arty players will actually keep the 155mm barrel because sometimes you can find that the 155mm gun is a lot of fun because it's very fast firing. It's got a load time of 23.11 seconds, which is actually quicker than some of the other Arty at the same caliber. It's faster than the M12 and it's got about the same, as you can see, the same alpha damage as the M12, which makes it quite potent. So you can pump out a lot of shells very, very quickly on the enemy. Going for the T95. Dialed in, rounds out. Oh, just zipped over the top of him, landed behind him. That was very unfortunate. Okay, he's now looking at a Super Conk who's actually a little closer. He's trying to move into position so he can get a shot on that Super Conk. And he's pulling back behind that rock. So instead he's decided to go back and he's going to aim at where the T95 was last seen. Dialing in, ready to go. And he hits the ground near where the T95 was. Another advantage of having the 155mm gun is you've got more ammo to play with. The whole vehicle could carry more ammo. In fact, actually, if you've ever seen the real M53, it has far more racks to carry, or not racks, but it has far more spots that it can carry those 155mm shells in order to fire at the enemy. So it is, you know, it does contain more ammunition, more firepower in a sense, but the 8-inch shell is a lot of fun. Okay, he's following that Super Conk and he fires a shell directly into it. Now, if he stays where he is, he's going to get another shell very shortly. There he is. And he's looking in our direction. He's firing at us, I think, trying to get a shot. One more shell, please. Fires another one in, and it hits the ground in front of the Super Conk. Okay, he's extending his aim. He's actually in the God mode at the moment, as we'd say, looking down from above, and he can see that T-54 lightweight on the South Island. Probably can't get a shot on the Centurion Action 10, but he can fire at the T-54. Oh, it falls short. And our Batchat 12 tons now in a bit of danger. But we do have another Arty in the game. He's an M40, M43, and he's trying to assist our Batchat. And the Jaegeru, who's moved down to support. So it really would help if we can get around on that T-54 lightweight. Oh, we just lost the Jaegeru, killed by the Centurion Action 10. Going for the T-54, rounds out. Direct hit! And it went off right against the hull. 205 hit points. Now, can we get a shot on that Centurion Action 10? Okay, switch targets again. This time he's going to go for the Hawk 12, who was spotted nearby. I think the AE Phase 1 was having a quick shot at him. Oh, no, he's gone back round the other side now. Okay, so he's going to have a go at that T-54 lightweight. The Centurion has been killed. Trying to get this T-54. Here goes. Well, a near miss. 78. It's a tier 9 light tank, the T-54 lightweight, but the Batchat 12 ton, well, that's a tier 8 lightweight or light tank. He doesn't really want to go around that corner. He's waiting for us to soften him up, and the T-54 keeps making gestures as if he's going to come around there, and he took some damage there, and Steel Mike fired around him, which stunned him. He's now going to try and get a shot on this Hawk 12. Very unusual place to be firing Arty from, but it is not unconventional. Not totally unconventional, because I have actually advocated to other players they should try out both corners of the map because it does work. Oh, good target there to hit the T110E4. He's going up onto that position, and now he's actually vulnerable from this spot. You can see, even if he hides behind the rock, he's still going to take a shell. But Steel might switch targets. He's going for the Hawk 12. He'll do a huge amount of damage if he penetrates that hull. Unfortunately, that shell didn't hit the target. The A phase one's trying to get spots, but from that corner he's not being as effective as we would like. There's the Hawk. Okay, we can get a shot in target. That's right, that hit, and that was a penetrating round, but a low roll 654, which didn't kill it. Scores are still even. We're loaded again. Fires around at where the T95 is, and he got a hit. You can't see it, but it's there. They're having trouble with that M103, so it looks like that's going to be the next target. Rounds out. Direct hit on his engine bay. 251. Didn't penetrate. Now let's keep hammering these guys away. Oh, the E4's moved down there as well. And looks like the M40, M43 is firing in that direction. We fire around in. Unfortunately, they move away from the spot, so they only get a small amount of additional stun. But the E4 did take a hit, so then at least there was something there. And the M103 is going gung-ho on that Batchat 25 ton now. Yep, this is going to be bad for our Batchat. Yes, we fire the round in at the E4. Shave off another 232. He's now one shot with only 11 hit points left, but there's nobody on that side of the hill to actually kill that tank. Oh, the Arty did. The M40, M43 got him. And a split second later, the M103 died to our Centurion Action 10 from the hill. But now it's 3 versus 4. We're firing again at where the T95 was last seen. They've got a medium tank somewhere at the back. It's the FV4202. They've still got 2 Arty in that T95. And there's the Arty, the enemy Arty, and moving. Okay, can we get a kill shot on him? Yep, no problem. That was a penetrating round. Oh no, we've lost the Centurion Action 10, which means now it's 2 Arty versus 3 enemies. We've lost our eyesight, I'm afraid. So we're going to have to spot for ourselves now. We can see that Steel Mike's managed to get 2,876 hit points of damage so far. That's what's been recorded. And that's the 2-minute warning. But I have a feeling that the enemy is going to be... Oh, there's a tree going down. So somebody is moving up alongside the hill at this moment on this side. And he's headed this way. Is the FV4202. He's fired one round in. Oh, and the T95 finished us off. Yes, we'd hit him several times. You can see there's a yellow mark on top of his gun mantlet where one of our shells hit the roof of his vehicle. And unfortunately, because they're on that side of the hill, they were in the wrong position for the M40, M43 to get a shot at them. They were in the cover of the hill. The M40, M43 is trying to make his way down to the middle island. Now, he might be able to get shots at those guys as they come over the ground, over the middle at the top, trying to get towards the cap. Of course, they will be hunting him, but it's not so sure that they're going to see him straight away. 48 seconds to go. He could just run south. They really probably haven't got enough time to cap out, actually, because they probably haven't got enough time to get to the cap. So if he was to run south, he might be able to force a draw, but he won't be able to get a win because he's got to kill 2 enemy tanks and an enemy Arty. And the best thing he could do is fight for the draw. The FV4202 has been spotted, and he knows he's been spotted, and he's heading towards the M40, M43. And unfortunately, Mike didn't switch to the action there, and we've lost him, which means it is a loss. With only 12 seconds left on the clock, it was a loss. Oh dear. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was the second class tanker for Steel Mike in the M53, M55. He did manage to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 22. He got a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And on top of that, he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. And his win rate for that game was 4,557. Very good indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see here that the high damage was actually that T110E4. He managed to get a high caliber for 4,775 hit points of damage. The next high score after that was our T57 Heavy with 3,945. And then came Steel Mike with 3,785. So he was the third highest in damage. When it came to kills, though, it was shared between the Batchat 12 ton, who managed to get an All-X medal, and the Centurion Action 10, the T95 and the M103 all got 3 kills apiece. And then came Steel Mike with 2 kills alongside the M40, M43, the AE Phase 1 and 2 members of the enemy team, their SU-14-2 and their M53, M55, the guy who got wiped out by Steel Mike. We did do the no, we didn't actually, because let's do that as well. When it came to base XP, it was the T95 got 939 base experience points, the SU-14-2 got 931, and the T110E4 got 893. Steel Mike got the highest base XP, 576. He fired 24 shots, got 12 direct hits, 2 penetrations and 17 splash. Damage of 3,785 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I'm pretty sure that the penetrations are actually on that one. Yes, the Hawk 12, and on the M53. Yes, those are the 2 that he actually penetrated. He did receive 2 hits. Both of them were penetrations. One was from the FV4202, the other one was from T95. That was the fatal one. 11 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed. That's a big difference, a 9 difference to get the Confederate. He also did 384 hit points of stun assist off 17 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 39,992 credits, and he got a Courageous Resistance Award. That's for getting an epic medal in a losing battle. 5,588 credits from that. 45,579 altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply, still made a profit of 4,974. He received 6 bonds for getting the awards. The Gore's medal is worth 3, and the Confederate is worth 1, but this is at tier 10, so they're worth slightly more. He earned 864 XP, got Courageous Resistance of 498, took away 1,362 altogether. He said small comfort, it was a Gore's on loss, but he did very well with the 155mm gun. You can see how effective it is. Just look at the amount of targets that he struck during that battle, and that was because he had a much faster reload than the 8-inch howitzer. It's very nice getting the big hits you do with the 8-inch howitzer, but really you can be much more effective at getting a Confederate medal with the 155mm gun, mainly because you're spreading so many shells around the battlefield. You're bound to score more hits on more enemy than anyone else in your team. So give a thought about that. If you want a Confederate medal, use the 155mm. If you want to get a high caliber and a Gore's medal, maybe use the 8-inch howitzer. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that little notification bell so you get alerted when the new video comes out. And thanks for watching.